Clifton good to go tomorrow, or?
No, he's still working his way through it. Bolzon's back, so off suspension, so we'll make a decision there. The forward group will stay the same, everyone's healthy. Tuchel start, I was asked that the other day, we're getting that squared away, and then Yarrow.
Given that the way Bolzon's played, is it given that Cliffy just comes back in, or does he have to?
No, he'll have to earn it. It's a tough decision, but a good problem to have. I thought Johnny Moore's played well too since Bosey's suspension. So when you're putting in, I've always said, if you're putting in good players, it pushes the other guys. When players are going in, don't push the other guys. That's usually when, I'm not going to say complacency. That's disrespectful, but I don't think you get as much competitiveness to force it to have 8 guys in the play back there.
How much would you say the group is paying attention to what Tampa's doing right now?
Well, I would say the guys that are a little more, typically interested no matter what, are going to be aware that they're on a hot run. I think most of the guys are aware where they are in the standings. I just can't tell you that every guy would be able to rhyme off why they've put together this win streak, the underlying numbers, the goals against behind it, and Vasilevsky's streak of points and all that. But I think they're pretty aware that Tampa's a good team and would eventually push, and here they are.
As a coach, obviously you want to win the division, to win the cup, to win all those things. But
Yes,
yeah.
that is correct. You were on to something over there.
I am. I'm bringing the good stuff today. But within the season, is it beneficial in your mind to have a situation where a team is pushing you rather than have a double-digit lead in the division and kind of just roll all the way through the season?
I don't know the answer to that because we've never been in a position where we've had that huge lead. At least I haven't here. So I guess you could say we were in November, but that doesn't, it's things are going to change and tend to balance out. We figured we'd be a good team pushing for first place, and here we are pushing for first place, and Tampa's right where I thought they'd be. So I think it's always good to have some level of competition. I would like to, on March 20-something, have a 10-point lead. I think it would be awesome, simply because it means we've played well, and you've got the luxury of maybe setting up your lineup before the playoffs start. Will that guarantee success? Absolutely not. We saw that with Tampa last year. Once the playoffs started, everyone was back to equal. So I don't have a great answer for you. I think you can. It's how you manage it either way. I typically worry about our own team, not who's behind us, who we're playing next, and go from there.
Does all this come in? Does all this come into the messaging for a game, against a Detroit, which is obviously not going to?
Well, the messaging is typically the same. Okay, it's about us. Now, you play Tampa, it's a little more. They become one of those games. I think every player would tell you they get up for certain games. Montreal, I've always felt is more important than some of the others because of the natural rivalry over the years. Toronto, we're developing. That's a division game that you're usually fighting for positioning. So. I hope our guys are aware that we do not have a good record against Detroit. It will be pointed out, not to the point where it's jammed down their throat, but they play well against us, so we need to be on our toes. I thought last Sunday it wasn't a lack of being prepared, or we didn't execute well enough for whatever reason. Some of that was credit Detroit. Some of it was, I think, a little bit of fatigue. I don't like to use that as an excuse, but it was a long week. We didn't get it done, so I think we'll be fresher this time around. And need to be better.
Costa actually said after the Montreal game that, at least in his mind, that was kind of like a measuring stick game because of where Montreal was and that desperation plus rivalry and everything. Can like a game like tomorrow be sort of, not measuring stick standings wise, but hey.
Tomorrow's more about a focus game. Don't be disrespectful. Every team is good in this league, and every team can beat you any night. We went into Ottawa early in the year, they were one of the lower teams that beat us. So if you don't show up and play, even when you do show up and play, I thought the other night it wasn't like we were a horrible hockey team. We were one goal better than us in the end, empty netter, but a little better on special teams. So that's how slim the margin is. But I do believe if we play our game to our ability, we should come out and we should get 2 points. I believe that every night, no matter who we play. So we have to have a little more of that mindset. Not start thinking ahead or numbers going through it. But I don't believe that happened last Sunday, so that's a positive to me. Might have happened earlier in the year when we went in there, but not last Sunday.
Coach, I was listening to Pierre McGuire on a radio show yesterday, and he was talking about how balanced your defense is, and you were just talking earlier the luxuries you have, that you pretty much got a puck mover on every pairing. How great is that for you as a coach to be able to utilize that?
Well, I think most coaches will try to get that balance where at least one guy's, they complement each other in some way, shape, or form. And we also went with Z and Carlo a little bit as more of a total shutdown pair, and we've had some level of success with that. So I guess it depends what you want. But to have one out there all the time, yes, I think the forwards would tell you that's the way they'd like it, because they want the puck in good spots. So I think when you build your defense, that's probably one of the first things you think of. How do they complement each other? And that usually means for sure one of them's a puck mover, and the other guy's usually going to be the guy that's relied on to be a little safer defensively. And then it goes from there. If you get the best of both worlds, like a lot of our guys, we use McAvoy as an example, then you're fortunate. That's how you end up in first place, to be honest with you. You have good D like that can defend and move the puck.
So, are you guys fairly confident that Yarrow is past whatever was?
Yes, he's always feeling much better. I guess until he gets back in the net, we won't know for sure. So, but he's been through every practice, hasn't missed a drill, did a goalie practice with Bob yesterday, and he feels good. So hopefully it's a one-off. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I'm just technically, I'm sorry if I missed it, but Connor will not travel with the team. I know you were talking about roster.
He won't play tomorrow.
Okay.
That I know for sure. The travel part we'll have to discuss with Donnie,
Okay.
because there is a roster issue as well, right? I think we're at 23, so if he comes with us and gets activated, then someone has to go.
Okay.
So, let's get through tomorrow. He'll not play then, and we'll have a better idea what we're going to do moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
How long did it take you to appreciate David Krejci's game, kind of the little things that he does when you first started watching him?
In Providence, I liked David's game a lot when I was coaching down there. Just the fact that he could slow the game down, make plays. I'm a fan of center icemen that distribute the puck. I always thought he could finish when he needed to, pass first, but certainly beat goalies with his wrist shot. And when you come up here, I think you appreciate the details. You know, the work ethic he puts in. He takes a lot of pride in his game. Quietly goes about it. So for me, to have him around's been good. I think we have a good relationship, even though there's been days I'm sure he wants some consistency in his lines. I think we've always come to the same place that you drive the line, everything will take care of itself. I think David's been a terrific playoff performer, so he can elevate his game when the